Welcome, and in this video we're going to be making a simple round container that has a thread attached to it for the lid to screw down. So if we go to analysis, you can see that the thread is there, and I know that does 3D print well because I have printed these before. We're also going to add a decoration to the top so you can personalize it any way you want. If you want to know how to do the SVG files, I'll put a link up the top here which you can go on to where you can see how you can create SVG files to insert to create your own artwork. So we'll get started. So I'll click on New. Under Create, I'm going to go to Cylinder. We're going to click on the top plane. We make sure our cursor is in the center. We're going to left click and drag it out to 60. We're going to hit enter, and then we're going to make it a height of 30 millimeters, and we're going to then hit enter. So there's our base for our container. We're going to now then go create. We're going to go to another cylinder. You're going to click on top of the base cylinder. Make sure the cursor once again is in the center. We're going to left click and drag that out to 55 millimeters, and we're going to hit enter. Our height's going to be 7. Hit enter again, and there we have our component for our base. The next thing we're going to do is to shell it out. So up and under modify, we're going to hit shell. If you can't find it, you can see shell will be here as well. Left click on the top, and we're going to make that 4 mil and hit enter. And you can see we shelled that out ready to go for our container. We need to make it 3D printer friendly. So what I'm going to do is create a inspection. So we're going to go to inspect, section analysis. We'll click on that plane, which is going to be the front. Click on that, and we're going to go OK. So now we can see inside, and we want to get rid of this sharp edge here. So when the 3D printer up, it's easy to print there. There's no scaffolding required for that. So what we can do now is go to fillet, which is on your modify. Once again, if you can't find it, you'll see fillet here, or shortcut F. We're going to turn it around so we can see the bottom edge. We're going to click where the top and bottom join on that edge there. And we're going to do the same underneath here. And we're going to type in 3. Go OK. And then what we have then now is a nice round edge for that 3D printer to print on. To turn off our section, we go over to analysis, left click on the little eye, and that will turn that off. That gives us our base. Next thing we're going to do is create our top. There's other videos that do this as well, but I'm just going to do it a little bit different for me, the way I do it. So I'm going to go to create sketch. I'm going to go on this little section of the top here, left click. I'm going to type P for project on my keyboard, left click on that section, and then go OK. Finish the sketch, and then I'm just going to put my cursor on the cube, turn it around, and I'm just going to move it around a little bit. Then I'm going to hit E for extrude, or click on extrude up top here. Click in that section, and then drag it up to 8 millimeters. Then I'm going to go to new body and go OK. The reason why I do that, I just do that to make sure that it is clear of the base. Now what I'm going to do is add a top to it. So I'm going to go create sketch. We're going to create sketch on top of this. P for project. I'm just going to click on the outside ring. Go OK. Finish sketch. And then turn it to the side a little bit so I can see what I'm clicking on. E for extrude. Click on the center on the top. On the top of that. Type in 2 mil. We're going to join it and go OK. And there we now have our top and bottom to our container. We can then check our analysis again, and you can see that we have it there. What the next thing we're going to do is create our threads. To do that, we can do a drop-down box on our bodies, and we're going to have 2 bodies. We've got the bottom, and we've got the top. So we're going to turn the top off. We're going to go to create. You can go down to thread. We'll click on that face here, left click. And then up where it says model, we're going to tick that box, and that'll produce our thread for us. And we'll keep it on ISO metric profile, and we're going to go OK. There is our bottom one, and once again, if I turn the analysis off, you can see the thread goes all the way around. The next one, we're going to turn off the body on the bottom, and then we're going to click the top on, and then we're going to turn it around so we can see underneath it. We're going to repeat that scenario. We're going to go to thread, click on the inside face, make sure we click on modeled over here and then keep it on isometric profile and go OK. So now if I turn the body on, we have our joints. But what's going to happen is when we go to analysis, you'll see that these threads don't line up. To make these line up, what I do is go to turn off the analysis. I go to move or copy. I click on that. I turn it around and I can click on that center circle here. So left click on that. Then use this one here. I'm going to turn it 180 degrees. There you go. And then go OK. So now when I go to my section analysis, you'll see that the threads then line up perfectly where they need to be. There we go. That is our container finished. So I'll turn off the analysis. Then what we can then do is decorate it to whatever you want to do for your top. If you've got your own SVG files like you've done before, once again, click on that link and you'll be able to learn how to make SVG files from different sketches and drawings. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to my SVG insert. I'm going to go from my computer and then I'm just going to choose a pug, go open and click on that face and there is my pug. So I'm just going to turn that around like so. So it's 180. There we are. Move it up. And then I'm just going to scale it up a little bit to get to fit where I want it to go, like so. There we go. Just a touch a bit there. There we go. Go OK. And then now that's in there, I can finish my sketch off. I can then turn around, go to extrude or E, and I click on these different components of my SVG, like so, and eyes, and then go extrude, we'll go 1 mil, go OK. And then what I'm going to do now is go to sketches, do the drop down box, I'll turn on sketch 5. And then what I'm going to do now is go to create, and just the outline, I'm just click on, I'm going to make that 0.5. When you're doing yours, you can work out what you want to do, how to make it stand out a bit better, and so forth. I'll turn my sketch off, and there we have a pug on top of it. The next thing is we're just going to add some title to it. I'm going to create a sketch on the top. What I'm going to do is P for project. I'm going to click on the outside and go OK. And then what I'm going to do is go to modify, so offset, sorry. Left click, drag that into about a distance where I want it to be, go OK. Then we go create, add text. And then what I'm going to do here is there's two types of text. You've got text to a path or text to that. So I'm going to click the text to a path. I'll select the path I want to click on. Then I can type in whatever I want in here. So I can have hug life. If it's a little bit too big, what I can do is highlight it and come down here, highlight that. I'll make that say 7 mil. It's probably a bit too big. Go to 5 and go here. We can got other different adjustments here. You can highlight, change the font. So if I highlight it here, I can then change the font. I might go Arial Black, make it a bit bigger. And you can also play around with these here and we'll move them around as what you want. So if I go this one here, and then what I'm going to do is to get it back to where I want it to go, I'm just going to left click in front of that and hit the space bar. By hitting space bar, I can move it around like so. Go backspace. Yep. I go OK. The other ones here too is also in this text here. You can also change it to different side of the line. You can also flip it. Anything else you need to do as well. So I'm going to go OK. Finish sketch. Then we're going to turn it around. We're going to go E for extrude or click up here. Click on that and we'll go up 1 mil and go OK. And there you have it. There is a simple box or a simple cylinder container with a thread on it. The other thing I would normally do is just put a little bit of filler on top of this edge here. Just type in 3 and go OK. There you go. There you has your simple container with a thread on it, and you can personalize it with your own designs on top of it. If I get some comments or some likes, I'll show you how you can put actually images on the side of your containers. So best of luck with that 3D printing and trying to make one of these. Remember, subscribe and like. Thank you.